Hi, thanks for joining me today. Do you find that you're being stonewalled out of the family? That you get yourself locked into the same fruitless, stupid arguments time and time again, and nobody listens to you, and the problem continues. And usually that means that your feelings and opinions are totally disregarded. I post once a week, so subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell, and I'll let you know every time I post. This can be really difficult because you can be stonewalled. You can be stonewalled and shut out. No one's listening to you. No one even cares what you think. And you get yourself into the same old arguments time and time again. I want to share with you a technique that might help. I call it a technique, but it's actually probably a realisation of how something can be done differently. In communication, it's very easy to get into banter. So, you say something, they say something back. You say something, they say something back. And it's the same old argument repeating itself. So, if the way your stepchild does something makes you angry, you respond maybe with anger. And you feel that these communications are clear. So, as an example, this is what's happening when you do this. So you're one person, they're the other, and you're having the same old conversation. I want you to think of it differently. You don't have to respond in a particular way. They haven't forced you to say something in response. So there's a gap. It isn't automatically, they say that, therefore you think and feel this. So in a communication between two people, there's not just one person and the other person. There's one person, a gap, and then the other person. And in that gap, there is opportunity for doing things differently, and you choosing to use that gap consciously to respond in a different way. Then you stop having to be locked into these battles, and you can see things as being not that they're causing you to do this, say this, feel this. If you change your response to be the most helpful response to get change, then you may get it. Now, in step families, in my experience, things don't just happen once. So if something's annoying you, or what somebody's saying irritates you, the chances are you can have several goes at this. They will do it plentiful number of times. So you can use the first few times when they're irritating you just to watch and look and think about what your response would most helpfully be. So somebody says something and you think to yourself, what could be the most useful response I could give that would enable things to move on and get things more the way I want them? Now, what you've done there is you've stopped responding to your emotion and instead recognised that you have a choice in managing the outcome a different way. So it puts you more in charge. Now you can do this also with your partner. You can do this with anybody actually. You can do it with anybody in the world. But this is also very useful to do with your partner, who maybe is also wanting things done in a particular way and it irritates you, or your partner wants you to behave in a particular way towards your stepchild, but you find that very difficult to do, and in fact actually you think it's really unhelpful and actually it's spoiling the child or whatever. So you can then say, your partner says something, you look at the gap, and then you think to yourself, what would be the best way of convincing my partner that this isn't the right thing to do with your stepchild? And then you can think to yourself, so what is it that my partner is wanting to achieve by spoiling them? And then you can think, so how can I go about enabling my partner to see my point of view in a different way? You're not responding to your own emotion, you're planning and thinking and responding in a way that's going to get the best from the person you're in conflict with. And that then enables you to work with the person in a different way and work with somebody instead of going into conflict and just stating your case. I run workshops, sessions, an email response service. We write booklets. You can find links to our website and social media in the description box below.